going to be cleaning my nasty ass car, because it's been a super long time coming. Today I'm just going to be doing a little bit of a clean with me while I go through some of the best car cleaning and organization hacks, tips and tricks that I learned along the way while cleaning my car. That's what we're doing today. Let's get into it. So guys, this is what my car looked like before I cleaned it. As you can see, it is really disgusting. It's a total dump. Not only does it just have crap everywhere, but it's also actually filthy. Like, I haven't cleaned my car, I figured out, in probably about 1.5 to 2 years. There's random potatoes in my car that my friend Mel gave me and I still haven't put in the garden yet. My car seems to have a habit of making things seem to make its way inside and don't seem to make its way back out of the car. And this has really been exacerbated with the moving house. And as you can see, there's so much random stuff in my car. I really just need to get it all sorted. There's even a random spider web in my car because apparently I have things living inside there. So I think if there's a sign that you need to clean your car, that is probably it. There's random toilet plunger. That umbrella doesn't belong there. Macca's bags, like, it's disgusting. A lot of this stuff is things that need to be organized and like moved back into the house. So when I'm going to be cleaning it all and taking everything out, I'm going to have a little bit of a method of how I'm going to do that just to make the job a little bit easier. When you're going through the front of your car, I would get a separate container or a Glad bag, something like that, so that you can separate all of the really small things that you find accumulating around your car. So I had this little bag that I put all of like the random cords in, and also earrings, bobby pins, hair ties, coins, all that kind of thing. It's good to have them all contained in the same spot for when you need them. So this is what the car looked like once I had pulled everything out. So as you can see, the car is still super, super disgusting, but at least with everything out, it's gonna make it way easier to work with when you're cleaning. That's very obvious. Now you can see I've got a lot of hay in my car, obviously from the horses. So I'm gonna try to get as much of that out as I can, but I also recognize that not all of that is gonna ever come out unless I get my car detailed. So I'm just gonna do the best job that I can. So here I've just got everything grouped into categories. So here I've got the things that need to go back into the house. So I've organized these into kind of crates. And then I've also got a few things that need to stay inside the car. And then I've also got my horse stuff here. You can see I've got a lot of that stuff. So I've got a box here to put it in so I can store it away in the garage for now. So you see all of the dust and everything on the dash. Now, my first tip is going to be not to actually vacuum the car until you have properly dusted the whole of the inside of the car and have kind of got everything off the top that is going to settle down on the bottom once you get rid of it. So really you want to leave the vacuuming until the very end of your clean so that you can get all of the crap that's up off the floor that you might be getting in there as you're cleaning the car. So I know it's super tempting to want to vacuum when you start, but I would really suggest giving everything a super good dust before you do the vacuuming. In my car, the cup holder inserts can come out. Same with everything in the door handle and everything kind of around the console area. Now, some people like to use a hack where they put a little silicone cupcake pan or something inside those cup holders to stop everything from getting so gross. But I'm just going to take all of these out and give them a good scrub and a little bit of a soak, and then I'll clean them all off and put them back in later when the rest of the car is nice and clean. So another tip that I would definitely recommend when cleaning your car would be to use this Rain-X 2-in-1 glass cleaner. Now, I've talked about this product before in other videos, and it is such a good product. This is actually what it's meant for cleaning the outside of your car windows. You don't have to pre-clean your windows when you're using this glass cleaner. It's also a rain repellent or a water repellent, so it'll actually help your windows stay clearer in the rain. It'll be easier to see out of your car windows. So if you have a really dirty car, like mine is pretty dirty, I just used a lot of the spray and then a microfiber cloth to kind of wipe it on, and then a dry side of the cloth to buff it off. So for the inside, I've just used a solution of water and vinegar and dish soap. You can add a bit of corn flour in there if you like. I couldn't really be bothered to add the corn flour just because I feel like this solution does a good enough job as it is, and I do use this solution for other things around the house as well. So next up is just cleaning the interior with a car cleaning spray. So I just use like a generic Armour ALL multi-purpose cleaner for this one. So don't be afraid to use a lot of the spray when you're applying it to the cloth, and just remember not to spray it onto the actual car itself. Always spray it on the cloth first. You just get a better result. Make sure that you're focusing on the touch points when you're cleaning the interior. So the steering wheel, your indicator, any of the bits on top of your navigation computer or the dials on your air conditioning, all those kinds of things, your gear knob. Make sure you clean them all really well because these touch points have a habit of building up grime, especially when you haven't cleaned your car for as long as I haven't. So one of the best hacks that I found when cleaning my car was how to clean these car mats. So like a fool, I do not have rubber car mats. I just have these fabric ones. And whenever I clean them, I always find it really hard to actually get them looking really clean. Even if I use the vacuum cleaner and I dust it out as much as I can, vacuum it as much as I can never quite get all of that stuff out. One way you can fix that is by using a scrubbing brush. So I've used this cleaning scrubbing brush. I just got it from Bunnings, which is like, I assume just for general cleaning. And it worked so well in getting all of the sand and dirt and hair and all of that stuff off the mats. Just give it a shake in between. But it really was super impressive how well it worked. It works so much better than just using a vacuum cleaner on its own. Obviously for best results, use a vacuum cleaner as well. But this hack was one that I found super useful just because I've never managed to get my car mats absolutely clean. So I really loved this one. I also found the scrubbing brush was really useful later on as well. So this is definitely something I'd recommend adding to your arsenal of cleaning things, especially car cleaning products. So the final touch for my car mats was to use a roller brush just to get all those last little bits of hair off. Obviously you don't have to do this, but I'm just so excited that my car mats look so clean. I just wanted to get them looking perfect. So don't forget to clean the inside of your doors. I find that the inside of my doors gets so dirty, and sometimes it's just like an area that you kind of forget to clean. All the scuff marks and things from your feet coming in and out, the window controls, they all just get so grubby, and that little pocket inside the door for me is like the dirtiest part of my car. So really focus on the doors if this is a problem area for you, because it makes such a big difference in how clean the car looks when you're finished. So when I saw this product, this Magic Cleaning Goo, I absolutely had to try it. I bought these 2 packets from eBay. I think they're about $9 for 2 packets. Now, I actually bought this to clean this air vent. So my plan was to clean the air vents with this goo, so that is specifically why I bought it. And I'm sure I'll find lots of other uses for it around the car. Now, my first tip would be, if you're getting this particular one, is to not throw away the packet when you take the goo out of the bag. The reason for that is you are going to need to put the goo back into that packet when you are finished with it. Some of these come in like a big jar, but these are kind of smaller and they come in their own individual packets. The goo does have a little bit of a tendency to break off, so just make sure that when you are using it, you're keeping it all together. So I just used 1 packet of goo just to see how that would go, but If you get more than one packet, you can obviously just mix them together and then put them back into the same bag. So I do kind of wish that I had actually done that and put both of the goos together and used it to clean the vents. I didn't get quite as good as a result as I was hoping, and I think that might be because I didn't use enough goo. It did work really well on the areas that it did reach, but I found that it just didn't quite get into all of that back area of the vent, and so only the kind of front bit of it was clean. But looking back now, if I had actually combined the goos together and then used it as one big goop, this might have actually worked. So one thing this goo was really, really good for is obviously getting into all of the little cracks and crevices inside of your car. So the things that you would almost need a toothpick to get out, or like, I don't even know how you would get this out otherwise, but you can really get almost anything out of any crack using this goo. One problem area that I really had was with this little nipple thing on my car where it controls the side windows. But as you can see, this goo really just got right in all of the cracks, and it just absolutely made it so clean in there, and it was really, really easy. And this goo doesn't just pick up dust, it actually seems to clean things as well, and it does have a really nice, fresh, clean smell to it. So I would definitely, again, recommend buying this product, even just for general cleaning, as well as cleaning your car. So the scrubbing brush comes into play again here. So you can use a nail brush, but I like the size of the larger brush, especially for using this to clean the pedals and these inside bits, whatever they're called, these footsteps. And you can also use the nail brush to clean the interior for any tougher scuff marks that you can't get off just with your microfiber cloth. So these footstep things and all the areas around your door are kind of high traffic areas because you're constantly getting in and out of the car. So these areas can really get dirty really quickly, and they are one of those areas that seem to get forgotten when people do clean their cars, but they do really have a high impact when they are clean in the overall look of how clean the car is. So now that the car is all clean, I'm going to vacuum. I'm trying to do as much as I can at home, but I don't actually have any of the attachments for the Dyson. So I'll need to take it to the servo, that is Australian for petrol station, and give it a quick vacuum there as well. So I tried really hard to get some of the cat hair, dog hair and hay off from the inside of my boot, and I used the scrubbing brush again to do that. It did kind of work all right, but at the end of the day, I do think that a lot of this kind of stuff is a job for a super high power vacuum. Like I said, I'm just going to do the best job that I can with what I've got.
Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find myself. Shouldn't be so complicated. If I listen to my heart, I'm gonna leave it all behind. Find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now.
So after I vacuumed my car, I just gave it a quick wash. I wasn't originally going to do this because I was just about to go on a trip and my car just was going to get dirty again. But I figure I've just spent 7 bloody hours cleaning the inside and may as well spend 10 minutes on the outside and just do the job right.
I am on my way. I am on my way.
So another great hack for your car is going to be to use rubbing alcohol or metho. Again, that's Australian for methylated spirits. So put this on a rag and use it to clean your windscreen wiper blade. So this will just help get off any gunk that might be causing that annoying smearing on your windscreen. Now, a handy but sort of random car tip is just to make sure that you don't keep plastic water bottles in your car and drink from them. So if plastic water bottles get hot, they can leach out chemicals into your water, and that's just not what you want. So this car hack is probably one of my favorites because rubbish in my car is a major pain point for me. And I've tried a few other types of rubbish collection systems in my car, but I really like the look of this particular car bin. And I'll post links to all of these products in the description box below as well. So here is the car all clean, and doesn't it look much, much better? So I've got my metal water bottle here, so I just always will keep this in the car. And just in the center console, I've got my kind of essential items. So my mints and stuff, my lip balm, probably just keep out because I use them quite a lot. But then I've got my little Glad bag here full of my bits and bobs, just my kind of essentials that I just want to keep all together, kind of in case of emergency more than anything else. So just some headphones, a little bit of money, hair ties, that kind of thing. And then I also have my shopping bags. I've just got a couple of extra ones in there in case I forgot. And also, of course, my masks. So once the car mats have gone back in, it really does look a whole lot better because they are so clean. Even though I couldn't get all of the dirt off the floor of the car, just being able to get the dirt off all of the car mats really made everything look a lot better. So another hack to keep your car clean is to keep your cleaning goo and a microfiber cloth right in the side door pocket so you can super easily touch things up. I find the microfiber cloth is really handy for foggy windows, if you've got sunglasses that are dirty, or just any general spills and messes that kind of occur in the car. And the cleaning goo is really good so you can just get into those little cracks if you ever see your car getting a little bit dirty. So I've also got a basket in the boot with a few things that I might need, just a couple of essential things like, a towel, a jumper, a bottle of water, that kind of thing. So I'm also going to be putting an empty tub similar to this in the car so that I can try to keep things a little bit more organized in terms of collecting things in the car that need to come back into the house. So I know I should just take them straight back into the house, but I know that I'm not going to do that every time. So just having a basket in the back that I can dump things in and then take everything all up together at once, I think is going to benefit me greatly. So one little thing I always like to do at the end of cleaning my car is to treat myself to a nice new little treat air freshener. So as you can see, I have a heap of these air fresheners. It's kind of turned into a little bit of a thing. I just like to try and get as many different ones as I can. So in case you're wondering, no, my car doesn't smell super strongly like any of these. Really, once you put one up, the smell actually goes away pretty quickly. But that's okay because they're generally pretty strong anyway. And it's just a little bit of fun.
That's the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!